What is going on, everybody? Hopefully you guys are enjoying your day. Today is Thursday, so that means it's a good one, that's for sure. I'm actually just driving around. Work was supposed to open 25 minutes ago, and haven't gotten a text back to see if they were going to open for this location. So I'm just driving around having fun. I was going through my camera roll last night and saw a video of my daughter playing guitar, and it just kind of made me think about some things that I kind of forgot. I haven't looked at a picture of my daughter other than my screensaver for a little bit, and because it's honestly a little hurtful. It's really hurtful that I've never met my daughter yet. I've tried to be everything that a woman would want, and I let my ex convince me that the way that I thought was completely wrong, and I lost all self-esteem when we broke up. I didn't understand what exactly happened. We had an argument, and we were arguing for about an hour and a half. That is 100% my fault. The last thing that I said to her was, I'm done. I meant done with this conversation, and that was my fault, 100% my fault. She took it as we're done with the relationship. So the next day, she ended up packing up everything, and we weren't living together, and she moved to another city. She moved about 200 miles away, and I was just thinking to myself, like, what is going on? She's pregnant, went to all the doctor meetings. She had a way different way of thinking about children and birth and natural birth and this and that, and I wasn't really opposed to any of it. I was actually more open and willing to learn. She wanted to do a natural birth, and I said, all right, that's amazing. Then she said she wanted a doula. I was thinking to myself, like, we're gonna pay like $8,000 for just some woman to be there, and this and that, and it really wasn't too bad, but I was getting stressed over money. And then the argument that we had was based around buying a house. I qualified for a starter home, and I just got very, very blessed with that, actually. And we were talking about garages. She said, we don't need a 2-car garage. We don't need this. We don't need that. And I said, all right, that's fine. And I was sending her pictures of the houses that I was seeing, and vice versa. She was sending me pictures of the house that she was looking at. And we got into an argument about a garage. I said, look, this house is really, really... I was just making a joke. I was being stupid. But that's just my humor. If it was really such a problem, just let me know. And I would have apologized, actually. But I just said, hey, look at this house. It's like perfect, except it's a 1-car garage. But thank God you don't care about parking in a garage. You can park on the street, and I'll park there. And for me, even to this day, it's still hilarious, because I want a 2-car garage, so that way my car and my lady's car is safe, or at least my lady's car is safe. And then, I can have the other side of the garage maybe for like a little shop, so I can do jewelry and stuff, or cut wood and whatever we need to do around the house. And so we got in an argument. She said some stuff, and I was just so taken back. I was thinking to myself, how does a joke go like so into an argument? And we were arguing, and it threw me off so bad. I didn't know what to do, and the only thing I knew how to do was just stop the argument, because this is a woman that I loved, and she had my baby, and I didn't want to hurt her, and I didn't want to say something that I would regret, and I didn't want us to break up, but so the only thing that I knew how to do was just like say like, look, we're done, like, we're done, I gotta cut this conversation off. And so I hung up, and I was still heated, and I think she called me a couple of times right after that, and I and this was my fault 100%, but I hung up and I just turned my phone off because I was very, very upset, and I just didn't know how to appropriately respond without being angry. And so I mean, honestly, even if I would have answered, I don't think I would have fared any better of a chance. I probably would have said something I really regret, and I probably would have attacked her emotions or something just by lashing out verbally. And that's something that's just personally a rule that I don't have, is I really don't have it in myself to verbally bring down a woman, I'd rather take all the punishment and stuff and just keep my mouth shut than, say like, oh, you, no. That's just me personally. But that whole thing, I should have handled the situation a whole lot better, that's for sure. But, I'm thinking about my daughter and, her playing guitar, and how much of her life that I've already missed. My ex, when we broke up, told me that it wasn't my child, that it's another man's. And that was about a week after she moved. And I just said, wow, like, for me, I was just thinking to myself, this explains a lot. This explains why she's so easily to give up on the relationship. Because I called her the next day and she wouldn't answer. And then, I said, all right, maybe she just needs some time to cool off. And so I gave her a little bit more time, called her the next day, texted her a whole bunch. And then I realized that, I said we're done, and she took that a different way. And so, I gave up 7 or 8, it was like 9 years of sobriety. Like, I almost had my 10-year chip. I gave up 10 years of sobriety because of that. And so I went out and I got a bottle of liquor and just started drinking. And then, I angrily texted her. I did. I said, if because I didn't believe her. I had a hard time believing women. And because a lot of women in emotion, they lie. They just lie. And so I was unsure. She wasn't responding, and this and that. And I forgot about all of this until I saw the text messages on my old phone when she told me about her baby several months ago, or our daughter several months ago. And I told her that when the baby, when she has the baby or something, and it's not good of me. This was I kept putting gasoline on the fire. But I told her when she has the baby, then I'm gonna take her to court, and if it is our child, then I'm gonna take everything from her. I'm gonna have full custody of our daughter, because I knew that if she was going to not want to argue everything out, granted, there's a lot of things I should have done differently, that is for sure. Sorry, my foot itches. But if she wasn't willing to fight it out until the bitter end, then guys all dancing on the boxes of aggression, that's great. Then I can't trust her to give me custody of her, and I didn't want to be taken for all my money. I didn't, I was just starting out, and I didn't want to lose my career before it even really started, and just a lot of different things. And so, I said stuff that I shouldn't have said. I shouldn't have put a pregnant woman in that situation, for sure. I should have been a lot more mature. I've never been taught how to have a nice, solid relationship. I'm very grateful that the Bible is teaching me how to do that rapidly. How to be a respectable man, how to love, listen, care, how to control my emotions, how to, just do a lot of different things. I had a lot of good characteristics, and I still do, on how to be a man. But I was raised by a single father, so for me it was always my way or the highway. Like, if you don't want to be in my life, that's fine. I'll find another woman. There's millions and millions of women out there. All I have to do is pick one, and it is what it is. That was the truth at that time. Now, looking back, it's still true. Still true. I will always be able to find a replacement at any stage of my life. But those replacements, they're worthless. They're meaningless. Building with someone, working through things, being able to control myself will give me everything. And then that way I can build a long, loving, caring relationship with someone. And that's what God gave me right now, is a beautiful woman that is worth so much in my life. And I wouldn't be able to do it without God. My ears are itching. But I wouldn't be able to do that without God. He placed this woman in my life for a reason, and I thank him every single day. I thank him every single day, because God knew when I was ready. He knew that I had to be broken down and then build me up to a certain stage before I was even close to being ready. And every day I get better. But I was thinking about my daughter and just how much I've missed of her life, and I haven't talked to her in almost 2 months. So I was personally getting discouraged. I was thinking to myself, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? I accepted my ex's marriage. That hurt a lot. That broke me down, because I was single, and I've kept myself. Granted, I wasn't healthy. I got extremely fat. I was about 300 pounds. But I kept myself single for her. So that way, if she ever did come back in my life, she would have an opportunity, or we would have an opportunity to have one household with mom and dad, and not have to introduce our daughter to multiple parents and multiple ways of thinking and this and that. And it's gonna be hell for my daughter. That hurts me so much. That hurts me so much, because my daughter doesn't deserve any of this. I wanted to be better than how I grew up, and my daughter will have that. She will have that. It'll be a lot better than when I grew up. But this never needed to happen, and a lot of it lays on me, that's for sure. But I accepted that, and then my ex didn't trust me, and that is her feelings, and I completely understand that. But she's gotten to know that I love our daughter, that I accept them and their relationship, or their marriage, and this and that, and all I want to do is build my daughter up. I want my daughter to have such a jump start in life that she doesn't have to worry with rules. I don't want to just say, here's everything, go have fun, and then leave my daughter to her own devices. That is not what I want to do, because that'll destroy her. But what I do want to do is make sure that she has no worry in life, because I worked hard to set things up for her in a certain way. And my ex not allowing me to get to know my daughter continually, it was hurting me. It was hurting me, and it still does a little bit. But in the long run, it just hurts our daughter. She doesn't deserve this. She deserves to get to know me. She deserves my love. She deserves, to be with me as well. And, it's like holding my daughter captive. It's just so unfair for my little princess. My ex doesn't communicate. She's one of the... All right, so this is the truth. This is just the truth. This isn't talking crap, but she's the worst communicator in the world. I was, some people have told me that I'm not good at communicating. Well, that is definitely not true. That is definitely not true. I might not be well at conveying my feelings, but I am a great communicator. I talk like no other. That's a fact. But, sometimes I can't keep my mouth shut. I'm just like, oh, that's not good either, though. But, so I know that's not a truth. But my ex just never communicates with me. Never communicates with me. And that's the problem. That's the problem right there, is that she doesn't communicate with me. And if she did, she would be able to see that everything that I'm doing is just for our daughter. I don't have any hatred toward my ex or her husband. I have a lot of worry right there. And that's something that I have to continually let go. But it's I have a hard time having another man raise my little girl. I don't trust a man that gets with a woman that has a baby and she just had a baby. So I found out my daughter was mine when my daughter was 3 years old. So I'm thinking to myself, what man in his right mind would get with a woman that has such a young child that there's something wrong with him. Granted, there's something wrong with me too, right? There's a lot of problems I need to fix. But I have never respected a man to go after another man's woman that has such a young child. Yeah, if someone has a child and that relationship is completely done, and and the child is a little bit older, right? Yeah, no problem at all. I completely understand that. But I have a hard time trusting him around my daughter because of that fact. And that's something that I have to let go for sure, because I don't know anything about him. And that's a worry, but I got to let that go too. I have to trust. I have to lean in on God and know that God's taking care of my daughter, that He's protecting her while I'm not there. And what keeps me going every day is Psalms 144 is, as God prepares my hands for war, He is my stronghold, He is my steadfast, or He is my rock, He is my steadfast. I'm forgetting the rest, but it's 144, 1 through 12. There's actually a whole song. I think it's a little bit longer. It's a whole song too that I listen to. That does Psalm 144. It's a real powerful warrior song. But that's what God turned me into when I came to God's door. When I came to God's door and asked Him for help. I told Him I want to be your warrior. Make me your warrior. Use me for your vessel. Do Thy will. Just use my body for whatever You want. And I dropped all the weight I had instantly. Within 2 months, I went from 300 pounds to 167, fighting in the gym every single day. No, I wasn't that good. I'm still getting better. It's almost been a year, so I've improved a lot, thank God. And He made a warrior out of me. I am His warrior to do Thy will. And that was the thing, is I didn't know I needed to be saved until I came to God's door. And then, He asked me, are you ready? And He started breaking me down. He broke so many strongholds in my life. so many strongholds instantly. Everything was pretty much almost gone, like right away. And it made me scared. It made me worried because I started seeing all kinds of different things. My vision had never been clearer. My perception of people never been more clear as well. There were so many things that I got instantly. God blessed me in so many ways, and it was beautiful and scary because I didn't know what was going on with me. Now, I worry a lot that, about the world, about what's going on for everybody else. For me, it is what it is. Whatever happens in the world happens in the world. I'm cool with it. If I die tomorrow, I die tomorrow, and I just pray every day that I'll meet God and He'll accept me in. So that's not a worry for me. But I do worry for everyone else. I have a lot of worry for everybody else because I don't like seeing people in pain. I don't like seeing people hurt. I want everyone to be happy, or as happy as they can be. And I hate seeing people struggle. I've struggled my whole life, and it seems as if everything is a fight. Everything is a fight. It doesn't matter what. It's getting a lot easier now because not everything is a fight for me anymore now that I have Jesus. It's challenging, and I have a lot more tests. For me, every day is a test, not a challenge. I overate last night. I went on a 3-day fast, and last night was my first meal. So I ate everything under the sun. I was like, all right, give me these cookies, give me this steak, give me some salsa that I made. It was delicious. And now I'm thinking to myself, I should probably just do like another 2-day fast or whatnot. But I don't like seeing people hurt or in pain or any of this stuff, right? So, I just, I want to help. I want to help as many people as possible. I know that God loves us all, and we just need Him, especially in these times, especially in good times and in bad times and everything in between. My advice is just, if there are ever children involved and there's not another person in the mix and whatnot, if any families have a chance to salvage the relationship, I'm pulling up to Barnes Nobles. I'm gonna go look at some books. I don't even know if I'm gonna buy anything. I might go buy another Bible or something. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't had any confirmation that work's starting, so I don't want to have this day off. I'd rather be making money. This is stupid, but it is what it is. Let's see, this is like mini cars. But if there's like no other parents involved or any other people involved, I suggest, all right, Miss Impatient, she probably needs her Starbucks. I love the area that I'm in because everyone's so impatient. But she needs our prayers. She needs her Starbucks. Yeah, if there's no other people involved and whatnot, just fight for your kids. Just fight. When I say like fight, don't like but just do whatever you can to keep that relationship together, because keeping that relationship together is a whole lot easier than going through what I'm going through. Where I'm at right now, it hurts, but it doesn't hurt like it did like a month ago, or even almost about a year ago. It was like Thanksgiving, when I found out that my daughter is mine. That really, really hurt. It almost brought me to do something that I would have really, really regretted. I didn't have anything to fight for, I didn't think, or anything. And it's been a long time since I found myself in that situation. You know, men are men of action, not thinking. And so doing stupid stuff is part of our DNA. But I'm thankful to God that I didn't take the easy way out of this world, that God came down, saved my life, and loved me, actually. Oh, it's such a good feeling. It is such a good feeling. I'm not perfect. But God has big plans for me, and I love Him so much. I've come to realize that there is nothing in this world that I can do without Him. There's nothing I can do. And the more faith and trust that I have in Him, as He holds my hand and pulls me through this life, I'm protected. And He's gonna give me my daughter one day. I know it. You know, God hasn't told me that, but my God is he's a funny one. He likes to keep a lot of things hidden from me, and but He likes to give me like little hints about stuff, and I think He has a big plan. I just hope and pray that plan doesn't hurt my ex. I hope her marriage stays together for a very, very long time. I don't want them to ever break up. I hope and pray that, you know, that man that is around my daughter stays a good man or is a good man. You know, I hope and pray that they have a beautiful life until the end of the days. I hope they love each other every single day. Pray that whatever God's plan is for me and my daughter, I just pray that it doesn't affect my ex. I want her to be taken care of with this ex, and I thank God for giving me a wonderful woman that takes on my problems as if it's her problems as well. I don't expect her to or require her to. These are the situations that I put myself in, and I am just so grateful to God. He has a big, magnificent plan, and it's crazy sometimes. But He's a just God, and that worries me sometimes, though. That worries me sometimes, is that He's just. He is not an all-loving God. He is not. He is a justful God. If you're a good person, you love, and you try your best to follow His word, and, you know, don't do things to spite Him, He loves you. But if you're a spiteful person, He'll spite you. And I'm just thinking that my ex is probably just hurt, maybe. I don't know. And I just hope that He doesn't punish her. He doesn't punish, but He like pulls back and lets things happen. It's like, that's the course. It's the course of how He works. Because even if you don't pray to Him, He's there. He's there. Even if you don't believe in Him, He's there. He's everywhere. He's omnipresent. It's scary. It's like, doo. He's always watching us. It's funny. He's like, what's this little shit up to? Excuse my language. I'm like, nothing. My bad. Oh, we're just like little kids to Him. It's amazing. It's funny. It doesn't matter how old we get. We are children in God's eyes, and He knows all. He sees all. And He's a very just God. He's not an all-loving God. No. He is a God of wrath and war. You know, he's a father. That's why they call Him a father. Father's not meant to be, oh, it's okay all the time. No. So, anyways, I just pray that, you know, He surrounds my ex with love, that He guards their marriage, that He looks over not over my daughter, but also her stepsister. I pray that He blesses that family, with whatever they need. Make sure that they never go hungry, that they love each other until the end of time. Protects them, keeps them well, keeps them out of sickness, keeps them out of poverty. If he does that for me, I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied. Because at least my daughter will have a family. Even if I never meet her. But, you know, whatever happens, happens. It's part of God's plan. And I just want them to be happy. And take care of my daughter in the best way possible. If that includes me, even better. If it doesn't, as long as my daughter is taken care of, I love God so much. I love God so much. Anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. Let's see what God wants me to read. Isaiah, a pronouncement against Shebna. This is Isaiah 22. Let's see here. Yeah, and I guess I'll read a little bit. Oh yeah, this is CSB. This is Christian Standard Bible. The Lord God of armies said, "Go to Shebna, that steward who is in charge of the place, and say to him, What are you doing? What are you doing here? Who authorized you to carve out a tomb for yourself here, carving your tomb on the height and cutting a resting place for yourself out of rock? Look, you strong man, the Lord is about to shake you violently. He will hold you, wind you up into a ball, and sling you into a wide land. There you will die, and there your glorious chariots will be, a disgrace to the house of your Lord. I will remove you from your office and will be ousted from your position." Oh, this is powerful. Holy shoot. Let's see. On that day I will call for my servant Eliakim and his son Hilkiah. I will clothe him with your robe and tie your sash around him. I will hand your authority over to him, and he will be like a father to the inhabitants of Jerusalem and to the house of Judah. I will place a key to the house of David on his shoulder. What he opens, no one can close. What he closes, no one can open. I will drive him like a peg into a firm place. He will be a throne of honor for his family, or for his father's family. They will hang on him all the glory of his father's family, the descendants and the offshoots, all the small vessels from the bowels of every kind of jar. On that day, a declaration of the Lord of armies. The peg that was driven into a firm place will give away, be cut off and fall, and the load on it will be destroyed. Indeed, the Lord has spoken. Holy Jesus. Woo, baby. That one, Isaiah 22 to 25. I guess, so that's actually Isaiah, that's Isaiah 15 to 25. That is crazy. Oh yeah, I was reading John too. John's good. So yeah, Isaiah, holy shoot. See, I wish this Bible had like a double string on it. That would be really amazing. This one doesn't. And it's a CSB. But yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, I think that's more than enough proof to say, like, God is a God of war. He is a strong God. He is a father. He is not some push around that we just say, ooh, like, ooh, he loves everybody. No, he might love everybody, but he's not all lovey all the time. He will pull himself back, or he will place obstacles. He will send the devil. The devil will ask him permission, because the devil plays by the rules of this land. God knows everything and nothing surprises him. And so he knows everything. And if you test him, like, all right, you want that power? Have it. So anyways, ooh, man, that kind of scared me a little bit. Oh, that's amazing. All right, Isaiah 15 through 25. That's a really good read. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful day. You guys stay sexy. And you guys be safe. Peace.